tragedy by Bobby Valentine. He's got the 8th hitter. Ray Ordonez laying one down. Benny Agbayani advances to third. Now, let me get this right. The 8th hitter lays one down, so the 9th hitter, the pitcher, can swing away. That is beautiful thinking, Bobby V. Mike Hampton, sac fly. Agbayani scores 2-0 Mets. Hampton, genius. Bottom of the 5th, Jim Edmonds. That would be the home run we were talking about. His 16th of the year. Nearly halfway to his career high of 33, 97th of the season for the Cards. We're tied at 2. Top of the 7th, still 2-2. Bases are loaded. Robin Ventura is good with the bases loaded. Eric Davis, hey, get your skirt down, kid. That would allow Derek Bell and Edgardo Alfonso to score 4-2. Mets, they go on to win it by a count of 5-2. Cards, 48 runs in their 5-game winning streak, held to 2 by Mike Hampton, Armando Benitez. Hampton, 8 innings, wins his 4th straight. Field at Enron. It's a tough green. Slopes back to front. Bottom of the 3rd, 1 on, no score. Jeff Bagwell off Tom Glavine. That is headed towards the hill. Look out for the bikes. Andrew Jones. Whoops. Oh, my, that's terrible. It's like playing in your backyard or your neighbor's backyard. They have those. Greg Biggio, Jeff Bagwell scored 2-0. Kilvio Veras throws one into the dugout, so he's charged with an error. Jones is charged with embarrassment. Next batter, not a repeat. Ken Caminiti and Jones. That is a serious warning track. Look out for the hill. That time he makes it. Practice helps everybody. Bottom of the 6th, game tied at 3, Richard Hidalgo. He's practiced a lot. 16 home runs on the year now. Rips Tom Glavine, just the 5th dinger. Glavine's given up in 76 innings. Astros led it 4-3. Top of the 9th. 1 out, runners on the corner. Braves trail 4-3. Trinidad Hubbard. You can order your Braves media guide by running to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Billy Wagner, gives up the game-tying hit. Reggie Sanders scores bottom of the 10th. 2 outs. 2-out hits are for heroes. Billy Spires ripping it back through the box. Andrew Jones, no matter. Moises Alou was going to score anyway. Astros win it by a count of 5-4. They win a close one. End a streak of 14 consecutive losses in 1-run games. Dates back to last season. It was the longest drought in such games in the NL since 1900. Billy Wagner survives his 6th blown save in his last 10 opportunities. He was 39 of 42 last year.
Cubs and Giants first to 3 at Pac Bell. Don Baylor looking on. Top 3rd, 3-0 San Fran. Mark Gardner to Damon Buford. Bill Miller, glove save and a beauty. Nice throw. Not even close at first. Bottom 5, Ellis Burks down the 3rd base line, and this will open the floodgates. Ramon Martinez scores. Here comes Barry Bonds. Burks with a double. Giants win 5-3. Burks hitting by the dock of the bay, 3 for 4. 3 RBI as the Giants have won 4 of 5 since losing 8 straight. Mark Gardner came within 2 outs of his first shutout since August of '98. Phillies in L.A. Kevin Brown looking for his 3rd straight win. Bottom 6th, Eric Karros up against Paul Byrd. L.A. down 4-3. It is gonna be. It's just off the top of the wall, but look at Karros. He's pulling a Ricky. It's gone. Oh no, he wants it gone. What's the ruling? Davey Johnson will come out to discuss that very topic, and he says the wrong thing. He's ejected. 2 batters later, Adrian Beltre lines to the center. Now Karros can come around. He's going to try and beat Doug Glanville's throw. He's not fast, but he's there in time. Beltre to second. Dodgers take a 5-4 lead. They go on to win 11-4. Todd Hundley, 2 home runs. He's now got 9 homers, and key ingredients missing for the opener, though. Nomar and Derek Jeter will both be activated later in this series. Jose Offerman sitting out with a groin, and Chuck Knobloch, who started misfiring throws from second into the dugout again, absent with what the Yankees said was a sore left wrist. Sure. David Cohn versus Ramon Martinez, the matchup in this one. Nomar looking on. Top first, no score. Brian Daubach. Right back to Coney. Glove save and a beauty. Instead of looking at turn 2, though, Cohn goes to 3rd. Jeff Fry is hung up, but Cohn knows he made a mental error. As runners advance to 2nd and 3rd, he's not happy with himself. Next batter, Carl Everett, makes him pay. This guy has been sensational. 2 runs come in, 2-0 Boston early. It's 4-1 Sox in the bottom of the 5th. Yankees trying to come back. Ricky Leday to center, Carl Everett. Noonan. No, Chris Turner holds it 3rd, though. Clay Bellinger overruns 2nd, and it's, frankly, a mess. Fry tagged out. Joe Torre, your thoughts? Fry gets Bellinger. He's not happy either. Bottom 8th, Yanks down 4-1. Ramon Martinez rings up Lance Johnson. Ramon, 7 2/3, 7 hits, struck out 5, did not walk a batter. He looked good now that warm weather's finally arrived. He gets to 4-3. Derek.
Miguel Tejada fielding the grounder, and the throw punk right in the head. That's why you wear the batting helmet. Look at it again. Ding. He thinks he's a hockey player. He would stay in the game. He ran into Jeremy Giambi. Giambi had to leave with a sprained right thumb. Bottom of the fourth, that would be Cal Ripken Jr. facing Mike Mulder. That would be a home run, solo home run. Orioles lead on Ripken's ninth. Bottom of the fifth, Orioles leading 3-1. Jeff Conine facing Mulder. Oh my, there goes another one. This too a solo shot. Mark Mulder had trouble. Orioles win at 8-3. Conine's fifth homer of the season. In fact, Mulder threw 90 pitches. 4 of them went over the fence. They were all solo shots. Charles Johnson, B.J. Surhoff also hit him. Every Orioles starter had at least one knock. Scott Erickson's first home start is a winner. Jays, Blue Tigers, bad. Bottom of the seventh, score tied at 1. Frank Castillo against Juan Gonzalez. Juan Gonzalez starting to feel it. That would be, mark it down, that would be a home run at home for Juan Gonzalez, 9th overall this season. Jim Fregosi would yank Castillo, and Castillo would take it out on inanimate objects. Top of the 8-2-2, Darren Fletcher with the bags chucked. Everybody gets to come home, and they can walk if they so choose. A grand slam, Fletcher's 9th homer of the year. Jays win it by a count of 8-2. 7-run 8th for Toronto. Tigers reliever Doug Brocail gave
Texas up 1-0. Scarborough Green steals home on Eric Milton. 2-0 Rangers. Take another look. Green takes off on Milton's move. The 21st Ranger to steal home, first since Tom Goodwin in '97. Take a look. Oh, more arrows. Milton checks over at third, decides to come home, and so does Green. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Bottom two, still 2-0 Texas, first and second. Jay Cannizzaro takes Darren Oliver to left center. Brian Buchanan is going to come in from second. Jason Maxwell motoring in from first. Twins tied at 2. Cannizzaro had 4 RBI Friday. Bottom three, 3-2 Minnesota. Butch Husky to deep center.
Deep center field. Mateo looking up at the wall.
And it's gone. His third of the year. Twins going to win 10-2 as Eric Milton allows just 2 hits in 7 innings. The Twins lost all 12 games they played against Texas last season. But this year, Minnesota has won 3 or 4 versus the Rangers. Eric Milton has the Twins' last 2 victories. He retired 16 of the final 17 batters he faced as the Rangers failed to reach double digits in hits.
Johnson hasn't won in 3 weeks. John Snyder, you know, that Dukes of Hazzard reunion wasn't a great idea either. Hits Rubio Durazo with the bases full. Jay Bell scores 1-0 Diamondbacks. 2-zip now. Kelly Stinnett, former beer maker, against his old team. Singles to right. Steve Finley and Durazo would score. Turner Ward over to third. He's safe. 4-0 D-backs. Next up, Randy Johnson. How about getting it done with the toothpick? He was 2 for 3 on the night. He's now hitting .235. He's got 5 RBIs. D-backs score 6 before Johnson has to go work on the bump. There he does it. Lau Mouton's gone. Henry Blanco looks at strike 3. And then Charlie Hayes. Slider in the dirt. Those are angry. Johnson, 7 innings, 3 hits, 0 runs, 8 Ks, now has 121. D-backs win easily in this one. Seeing is believing. Bottom of the 6th, Jason Kendall at catcher. Mike Lansing breaks from first, but Tom Goodwin doesn't go from second. So now we got ourselves trouble. Lansing's hung up. Kendall would tag him and then fire to third, put the tag on Goodwin. That would be your everyday basic 2-5 double play. Top of the 7th, Francisco Cordova. That's fine. Corinthian lever. The pitcher helping himself, shooting one through the drawn-in infield. Mike Benjamin scores. Cordova and the Pirates win at 2-1. Cordova's first victory since his first start of the season. The Buccos stopped the losing train at 5 cars. The 3 runs matched the second lowest combined score in 6 years at Coors Field. Rockies were averaging 9.7 runs per game at home. Cordova should get a Cy Young right now. Gave up just 1 run on 4 hits in 8 innings. The Reds welcoming the Marlins in their 7-game losing jag. Jesus Sanchez, bottom of the 1st against Barry Larkin. New baseball, $8. Larkin, his 4th home run, a 2-run shot, gives the Reds a 2-1 lead. Pokey Reese scampers home in front of him. In the 2nd, Cincinnati runners on 1st and 2nd. Ron Vallone, little air bunt. No, he does not offer, but Aaron Boone hung up. Bad base running error there. Takes the Red out of a potentially big inning. Florida down a run in the 7th. Derek Lee, 7th homer of the year. This one off Vallone. They need to trade him because all those home runs have come on the road, or else let him wear that jersey when he's back at home. Not at a 2, bottom of the 9th. Dan Maselli in relief, and Boone. Why don't we just overlook that base running error? The clubhouse buffet is ready, and now we all get to eat. Boone, the game-winning homer. It's 3-2. The Reds start their season-long 12-game homestand with a win. Fish have dropped 8 straight, 11 in a row to Cincinnati. Danny Graves pitched a one-hit 9th inning and became the first Reds pitcher to start a season 7-0 since Ron Rixel facing Ricky Henderson and Ricky Henderson. Oh, my. Third leadoff homer in a week, all against the D-Rays, 2 against Traxel's 78th career leadoff homer, 1-zip Mariners. Later in the first, 2 zip bases loaded by Cameron. This one gets out of the park, but on a bounce. Ground rule double. John Olerud, Edgar Martinez score. 4-0 Mariners. Top of the 5th, 6-2 M's, 2 outs, 2 on. Jay Buhner. He was 3 for 3, 4 RBIs, and that one, Texas Leaguer, counts just the same. Mariners win it easily, 11-4. Second straight start, Aaron Seeley beats Traxel. Seeley 4-0 lifetime against Tampa Bay. Traxel 16 runs, 21 hits, 10 innings, and 2 starts since beating Pedro and El Duque. M scored twice on bases loaded walks. You got the Royals, you got some bad weather against the Angels, but finally a rainbow. Buck 11 rain delay. Bottom of the 8th, Angels leading 4-3, and well, not anymore. Brian Johnson off Eric Weaver. 3-run shot. Royals take the lead 6-4. Same inning, same story, different batter. Carlos Fables off Weaver. Another 3-run homer. The Royals cruise 9-4. They go nuts on Anaheim in the 6th. Jermaine Dye's leadoff homer started Kansas City's first ever 4-homer inning.